Welcome to AI Bytes, a new mini series for public sector employees on generative AI. I'll be your host, Cambria, and I'm excited to share different tips, trainings, and resources for you on working with generative AI as a government employee as you serve the public. So, in this first video, we're going to be looking at what is generative AI and what you need to know about it. When you think about artificial intelligence, a lot of different things might come to mind. It could be autocomplete on your phone, it could be ChatGPT, could be an algorithm. So it's very broad. And so we're going to be getting into what exactly that means at a non-technical level so that you can better understand how generative AI works and how you can use it in your workflow. Now, when we look at artificial intelligence, it really is a hierarchy. So we have the more broad AI, which is really any computer system that performs tasks that normally require human intelligence, like learning, problem solving, decision making. So below that is machine learning and then deep learning. So generative AI is really a deep learning model that can take raw data, whether that's painting collections, a series of news articles, whatever it may be that's in that training data, and it learns to create an output that's statistically probable. When people hear artificial intelligence, they often picture something human like, maybe like a machine that thinks. But when we look at things like large language models, whether that's ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, they've all been trained on vast text data to really guess what word or sentence or answer should come next. So that means they can generate new texts, they can summarize and rephrase incredibly fast, but they don't really know what's true. So you can think of them as pattern prediction engines, not crystal balls. So with generative AI, I want you to picture just a jar of gumballs and everything that's in that jar, all the different colors, they represent the different training data. So red could be Reddit posts, blue might be news articles. We have all these different sources for the more broad generative AI models that are out there. But then we also have more narrow ones that are really focused on specific data that's relevant to a subject. So when you're prompting or providing source documentation, you can kind of guide the language model by saying, I want information from the red gumballs. And it'll help tailor it to your context and make it a little bit more relevant. So let's look at an example here. So if we were looking at a sentence that starts, ESD is, and we ask a large language model to complete the sentence, it's going to give us different outcomes based on the prompt that we're giving it. So I'm going to go over here to ChatGPT and just show you an example. So if I just broadly type in, what is ESD? I'm going to get a different output than I would if I give it context. So here it stands for electrostatic discharge. Now, if you're working in state government, particularly in Washington state, you might know that ESD is employment security, but ChatGPT doesn't have that same context as you. So if you ask the same question, what is ESD, and you just add a little context, Washington state government, just that simple phrase is really going to help narrow down the content to what it is that you're looking for.